Welcome to yoga. We're gonna start sitting. Whew. Okay, find an easy cross-legged position. Just note which leg is in front. Oh. We're gonna focus today on yoga for letting go. It's been my mantra today. And yeah, letting go. So let's actually start with just a little shake. Shake from the top. Shake those wrists all the way from above your head, down the side of your body. Shake it off, shake and all the way down. Maybe a nice big sigh. Yeah. Let's do a little tap on the face, little finger, soft finger tap around the sinuses and the temples, above the eye sockets, down along the neck. Welcome, we're just getting started. And along the shoulders, let's take those hands to our shoulders. Let's just open those arms, inhale and exhale, tap the fingers on the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, tap. We're just bringing ourselves to our body, dropping in with a little gentle arm movement here. Inhale, extend. You can even look up if you want. Exhale, bring the fingertips to the shoulders, look down. As you inhale and you open the arms, palms to the ceiling, look up, receive the energy from the day. Exhale, bring that energy to your heart center, dropping your chin to your chest. So there's a graciousness and a sense of awe on the inhale and a humility. And another kind of graciousness on the exhale, an internal sense of self. Couple more just like this. And good. Bring the hands to the heart. One hand on top of the other. Let's just center ourselves here, grounding down the pelvis into the ground, dropping into letting gravity kind of pull us down, lifting the belly button towards the spine, chin to chest. And we're just going to do a very, very simple mantra. We're going to inhale, I am, and on the exhale, here now, 5 times. You can inhale and visualize in your head, hear yourself say, I am, and then on the exhale, here now. You can say it out loud or you can just imagine it in your head. 4 more times. Good. On that next inhale, let's scoop those arms up, looking up, reaching up. Interlace those fingers above the head. Send the palms to the ceiling. Walk the shoulders up the ladder a little bit. Maybe do a little side to side tilt here. Yeah, feels good. Maybe a little lift of the chest. And exhale, take those arms down, interlace the fingers behind you, send the pointy finger down towards the floor. You may even touch the floor. Open up the chest, lift the chin. Big breath. And release those hands Swoop those arms forward and just round the spine and drop into a nice, easy rounded back. We're just gonna release into this. Nothing hardcore right here. Letting gravity do the work. Letting the spine curve. With each exhale, we drop the top of the head a little closer to the floor. We don't have to think about too much technically happening here. Just keeping the chin close to the chest. Releasing the head down. With each exhale, surrendering. And slowly walking those hands back up, take it easy. Unhook those ankles, maybe spread the knees a little further apart from each other. Take the hands behind the hips. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders behind you, and then on the exhale, lift those hips off the floor. Release the head. Tight glutes here. Maybe you only come a few inches off the floor. That's good. That's plenty. We're just opening up the pelvis, opening up the hips, energizing the glutes, bringing ourselves to the body, into the here and now. On the exhale, release the hips down, extend those legs, just a very simple V. Flex the arms. We're gonna slide the arms down the leg, lift the spine up on that diagonal. Just pull the top of the head like someone's got a string from the top of your head through your spine down to the very base of your pelvis and just reach for the toes. This is a very shallow V, so there's not a lot of work right here, but we're just stretching those hamstrings just a little, getting ready for the work ahead. So very gentle. If you want to slowly shift your head back and forth here, kind of saying a gentle no here. Get that lower back stretched out. And come on up. Let's recross with the opposite leg on top. This time, let's take the hands to the head. We're going to do a little tilt here, a little crunch, trying to get that left elbow pointing down towards the mat. Inhale, recover. Exhale, gentle little crunch, getting the right elbow. Keep that opposite hip rooted. So we're just getting a little bit of mobility here in the rib cage. Keep the shoulders dropped. Getting the waistline activated. Bringing our breath. Inhale as you rise. Couple more. This is very slow. Be attentive to every pop, every crunch, every crackle. Good. Coming up, let's take the elbows back. Cradle the head in the palms of your hands. Give yourself a little kind of twerk. Just kind of gently twerking left and right. Yes, good. Sending those elbows back. And let's release those arms. Inhale, gather up the energy. Exhale, reaching forward, release all the way down. And surrendering, pulling that belly button up to the spine. Big sigh. Here we are. Let it go. Let it go. And walking those hands up. And bringing the legs in front of you. Hands behind your hips. feet flat on the ground. We're gonna inhale. On the exhale, we're just gonna come to table. Inverted table, or table, I guess this is table. The other one is all fours, cat, cow. Pressing the pelvis up, tight glutes. You can keep your chin to your chest, or if you want, you can look up towards the ceiling. You don't want to let the head drop between the shoulders. Make sure you're really pressing out of the shoulders. You don't want to be sinking between the shoulders. Good. Hang out here, just kind of turning up the heat a little. And when you're ready, bring that pelvis down slowly. Extend the legs to that shallow V. We're gonna do that one more time. Slide the arms down the legs. Come up onto the diagonal. Find that beautiful V, that long lengthened V. Lift the belly towards the sky. Flex those feet. Bring the heels off the floor. Exhale and just reach for those feet. You can even grab the feet, the arches of the feet here. Oh, yes. And maybe a little side to side rib cage swivel. And I'm actually just swiveling myself all the way to sitting. And then I'm bringing those legs together for our last little strength warm up here. Hands behind the pelvis. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, lift the pelvis into reverse plank. On the exhale, bring the pelvis down to the mat. All right, good. Swing those legs to one side. Welcome, join us. We just did a little stretching. We're on our hands and knees now. We're gonna do our little prayer pose to round through the spine, all the way through, rounded all fours position into a nice arch. And then drop the chest and then push back into prayer. Round the spine all the way up to all fours. Arch down through cobra. Bring your chest to the floor. Now push the hands into the mat and push the booty back to the heels. See if you can keep the chin and the chest on the floor when you push back. So we're slowly moving through a rounded spine into an arched spine, all the way down to the floor, and then we're pushing into the floor through all fours back into prayer. This is not easy. That little push-up is going to generate some heat, so go slow. And then when you get your chest and your chin down, push into the mat. Elbows stay nice and tight towards the rib cage. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Little inhale right at the bottom here. Exhale. Push. Last one. Getting those arms warmed up and those pectorals. Slow, slow, slow. Little inhale right here. Exhale, push. I'll meet you in prayer pose. Go ahead and just kind of hang out here for a second, rock and roll. Give your wrists a moment to rest. All right. We're gonna do a little pattern here. Get my hair rubber band. There's 2 options. You can do this on your knees, or you can do this from down dog. I'm going to show you from your knees first. So we're in all fours. We're going to extend the right leg out. Bring the knee to the nose. Extend the right leg out and bring the knee to the elbow. Extend the leg out and drop. Change sides. Left leg lifts. Left knee comes to nose. Left leg lifts. Left knee comes to left elbow. Extend the leg and down. Let's just do that all together one more time. Extend the right, knee to nose, matching the movement with your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Switch legs. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. You know what? We're going to stop there. I'm going to bring in the down dog version later. We're going to bring that back in a little bit later. Let's come back on our heels and just circle those wrists for a minute. Because I don't know about you, but I'm getting warm, but I'm not there yet. So just a few little wrist circles and maybe a few arm circles. And go ahead and hug your chest, elbow on top of elbow. And a little side to side action. Just kind of tilting a little bit. Yeah. And then undo and try the other arm. And a little self-hug is never a bad thing. All right. Onto all fours again. Let's go ahead and just step that right leg forward and leaving the knee on the mat. Come on up, but press the hips forward. Let's take the arms up. Big inhale. Ah, yes. Chest is forward and up. Forward and up. Good. Hands can come to prayer behind the head. Open up those elbows. Get a little deeper stretch. See if you can like rest the head at the base of the hands. And then bring the hands down to the mat. And let's shift the hips back, flexing the right foot. And just slowly rotate that right leg in the joint, taking the toes to the left and then to the right. Left and right. Now you always want to have that belly button reaching towards the spine. Good. Let's release the head down just for a minute, forehead to the knee. And then press forward one more time. Let's hook the toes and press into a runner's lunge. Find that runner's lunge. And we're going to actually take the hands to the inside of the foot. So I've got my palms both on the inside of that right foot. Now this may be enough of a stretch for you, but if you want, you can also come down onto your forearms and stretch here for a minute. Just breathe. Take the hands back onto the mat, drop that knee, and bring that right leg back to all fours. Let's come on back, bringing the hips to the heels, and we'll find ourselves in a nice camel pose. Grabbing your blocks or your ankles or your heels, inhale. Chin to chest, shoulders squeezing behind you. Exhale, lift the booty and release the head back. Alternate option for this is hands on the lower back, fingertips pointing down, and elbows reaching towards the back wall. Tight glutes, lifting the chest and the chin towards the ceiling. When you're ready, come on back, release, and come onto all fours again. We're gonna take that left leg forward. Walk our hands onto that front knee, just kind of settle ourselves, get our balance and our equilibrium. And then when we're ready, take those arms up by the ears, lift the chest towards where the wall meets the ceiling, breathe. Hands come to prayer at the bottom of your head. Head kind of gets caressed there in the wrists. Send the elbows back. See if that can just press you back a little bit deeper. Ooh, tight glutes. Hands come to the mat. To the actually no, first we're gonna do runner's lunge. Yeah, find that runner's lunge. Then we bring the hands to the inside of the foot. And you might actually need to scoot your foot over a little bit to give your hands and your shoulders some room. Now you can stay here, or if you want, you can come down onto your forearms. Breathe. Focus on that exhale. On the exhale, walk the hands back up, drop the knee, and take that left leg back. And walk your hands back, tuck those toes, sit back for a second, maybe massage that hip joint a little bit. Shake it out, let it go. Good. Come on back, all fours. We're gonna keep those feet tucked and we're gonna come into a down dog, nice and slow. First down dog of the day. Take a few breaths just to find yourself in this pose, wrapping those shoulders out and down, reaching the heels, sits bones towards the ceiling. Big breath here. If you want to tread your feet, you can do that. All right, here we go. We're going to lift that right leg up. And exhale, bring the nose to the knee. Inhale, right leg up. And exhale, knee to the elbow. And extend the leg. Exhale, bring it down. Left side, inhale, leg comes up. Exhale, nose to knee. You can shift your weight forward. Inhale, leg up. Knee to elbow. Inhale, leg up. And drop the foot. Let's walk the hands slowly towards the hand. Walk the feet towards the hands. Woo! And shake it out. Now we're in our forward fold. You can have a soft bend of the knees here. You don't have to have, in fact, you shouldn't have locked knees. And if you want, you can even come up and rest your elbows on the top of your knee. We're gonna do a little spine action here. Let's come up to bring our hands on our knees. We're going to inhale with our hands on our knees. On the exhale, we're going to arch, sending the chest down towards our knees, elbows coming out. We're gonna push into our knees, rounding up, taking the hands behind the back, kind of resting on our lower back, and then we're gonna do a little stretch up, little arch, elbows back. And arch all the way down, sliding the hands down to the top of the knees, elbows out. And round, pushing the hands into the knees, sliding the hands up to the lower back, and tight glutes, look up, elbows back, keep going. Arch down. Inhale, round up. Arch, exhale. Inhale, arch down, elbows come out. Inhale, rounding the back, sliding the hands back, arch, look up, elbows back. This should feel super good. Couple more. Bending the knees over the toes every time you come down through that arch. Last one, bend the knees, slide the hands, arch, 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 chest to knees, elbows out, round, pull the belly button in, all the way to standing. Find that delicious arch, tight glutes, elbows back, and recover. All right, that's our warm up. Let's do some pranayama. And then we're gonna do some disco. No, just kidding. Disco yoga. All right, I was looking for a song today to use, but I couldn't find it. It's like a certain version of Over the Rainbow. Can't find it. I'll keep searching. All right, let's do our pranayama, 20 breaths. Inhale, reaching up, exhale, coming through. This marks the end of our warm-up. And it prepares us for the second half of class. And it's also probably the most important part of our class. Focusing on the breath, having that agency. We can take our breath wherever we need it. It's our anchor. It's always there for us. Whenever you're ready, begin. Three more. Last one, bring that exhale right to heart center. Shift the weight to the left leg. Bring that right leg up into tree. Woo, find your focal point in front of you. Find your tree. Find your peaceful place, balanced place, kind of where you're suspended in space and time, body, mind. Find your way out when you're ready, and then find your way in to the other side. When you're ready, I'll meet you in Goddess. Now we are going to hold Goddess. And what I want to do is just kind of find that same peaceful place that we had in Tree. This is a little bit more challenging. So we're just going to breathe. Holding Goddess, feeling that, that chakra, the sacrum dropping down, the knees over the toes. Same idea of being suspended in space, time hanging from the top of our head, light. Feeling the shaking beginning, if that's okay, we're still light. Just a little lower, just a little lower. Challenge yourself. Challenge, surprise yourself, and release. Stretch those legs. Let's rise up into star. Lift the heels off the floor. Hold, same idea. Get high up on those toes. Abs are engaged, glutes are tight. Again, suspended like a star. Drop the shoulders. Extend to the very tips of your fingers. Maybe open your arms a little wider. Get up a little higher. And release. Let's just take the shoulders around a couple of times here as we bring the heels and toes in to parallel. And the other way. Shoulders and hips. You can do a little swivel here, a little S shape. And also our necks, because sometimes we hold tension there. Take a nice big circle to the right and a nice big circle to the left. All right. Coming into chair right here, lifting that belly. On the exhale, we're going to lift that right foot off the floor. Cross it over and hook the toes behind if you can. I suddenly cannot do that. These are the things that happen in your 50th year of life. Toe hooking is no longer possible. Let's take those arms out and cross the right over the left and eagle. Lift the elbows, lift the elbows. Belly button lifted. When you're ready, unhook and uncross. Come back to mountain. Just stand in mountain for a second. Reestablish both feet on the ground. Rooting into the ground. Big inhale, exhale, shift into chair. On the exhale, lift that left leg off and hook if you can. Arms come out, left wraps around right. Lift the elbows. Haven't done this in a while and I can feel it. Breathe. And when you're ready, with some form of graciousness and sense of humor, come out of it. Taking the work seriously, but not ourselves seriously. Shake it out. Let it go, let it go. All right. Let's come into a wide stance. We're going to come into some poses today from standing. Toes forward. Let's take the left toe out and the right heel in, bringing the hips square, bending the front knee, and coming into warrior one with the left leg forward. Wrapping the outside of the pinky side of the right foot down towards the ground behind you. Lift the chest, drop the shoulders. We're gonna come forward, swinging the arms down, and then we're gonna come right back up. Inhale. Exhale, smooth transition forward, change of focus. Inhale, vertical torso. Couple more. This is a balancing challenge. See if you can keep those hips square, keeping that left knee over the left ankle. One last time, down and up. And then press that left leg straight and come back to star. Let's do a little pyramid here. Flat back forward, all the way down. And grab those ankles and just delight in this stretch here. A nice big sigh. Let's bend the knees and straighten them. And bend the knees and straighten them. Bend the knees, rolling back up to star. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Last thing to come up is the head. Come back to star. Turn the right toes out and the left heel in. Bring that left hip around to square it off. Warrior one on the right side. Sorry, I started on the left this time. I usually start on the right. I wanted to look out the window. All right, the left foot, pinky side is rounding towards the mat. The right knee is over the right ankle. The left hip is trying to be parallel to the right hip. Here we go. 5 of these little tilts. Body comes forward and then comes back up, chin, chest to ceiling. 4 more. And 3 more. 2 more. Last one, keep that knee, deep lunge. Coming back up, straighten that knee, toes come forward and back into star. We're gonna bend the right knee here, and we're gonna send the left hand down to the floor in front of the right toe, and we're sending our booty back, and we're twisting over our right shoulder. The weight should be in your heels. Come back up, press into star. Yes, that is not easy, just that movement. Bend the left knee. Bring the right hand in front of it on the floor. Send the weight back. Look over your left shoulder. And press into the floor, come back to star. Let's just heel toe into parallel for a second. And let's actually come into to chair And then let's lift the heels off the floor. And actually, while the heels are off the floor, bring the hands into prayer. Belly button to spine. Take the hands back out. And let the heels come down. Press into mountain. Yeah, it's good to get parallel and underneath our pelvis when we work with the feet outside of our comfort zone. I don't know, are you with me? My brain is kind of all over the place. Let's come back. Yes, yes. Got 2 thumbs up. Working with the feet outside the pelvis, working with the feet underneath. All right, we're going back to star. We're gonna turn the left toes out, right heel in. This time we're gonna keep the pelvis flat. We're gonna come into warrior 2. So find your delicious balanced position. I want a nice deep lunge here. Knee over ankle. Sometimes I really have to concentrate on bringing that forward hip a little bit more forward to get that flat horizontal. And then I really feel that inner thigh engaged. We are going to stay here for a second. And then when we're ready, we're going to tilt into an open lunge and then back into warrior 2. And tilt and back up and tilt. Last one. And then the final one, we're going to hold down there. You can place your hand on the floor, maybe even give yourself a deeper knee stretch. Open up, look at that hand. And press into the floor, come back up and back to star. That left thigh should be burning. Shake it out. Other side. Right toes out, left heel in. Find your warrior 2. Big breath, yogis. You got this. Here we go, little tilts. All the way down. Tap those fingertips on the floor. Back up. And down. Tap. And up. And down. And up. Last one, we're gonna hang out down there. You can go ahead and put some weight in that hand. Bend the knee a little bit more. Look up at those left fingertips. If that hurts your neck, look down. Whatever. When you're ready, before you lose all strength, press that foot into the floor. Bring the toes forward. Good. Let's actually bring the heels in and let's come down to a sumo squat. Adjust your feet placement. Hands come to prayer. All right, hands to the floor. Straighten those legs. Don't lock them. And let's find our way into a nice forward fold with the feet underneath the hips. Heel toe your way into a nice easy parallel. Shake the head no. Shake the head yes. And then we're gonna hang out with our elbows in our hands in forward fold. This is a delicious prize for the work that you just did. Breathe into this forward fold. Remember not to lock the knees, but you do want to lift the belly button towards the spine. Woo. Big sigh. And release. Go ahead and come down on one knee and then the other, and find your way onto your booty. And come to sitting on your mat. Wipe your sweat off your face with your t-shirt. And let's do some abs. Come on down onto your backs. All right, starting with the lower abdominals, we're just going to do some very basic scissor kicks. Now, the level at which you want to do these is totally up to you. You can leave your body on the ground, your torso and your head on the ground. Just lower one leg and lift. Lower the other leg and lift. You can also do that and try to get the legs to meet at the 45-degree level. And then you can do all of that, bringing your upper body off the floor and reaching the hands off the ground. So we're just going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So my upper body is off the floor to the bra line. And if I'm really challenging myself, I'm trying to get those legs to meet and cross each other at the 45-degree level. So now we're getting lower and rectus abdominis down, straight down the middle. And you can also come down and do a few just to give yourself a rest. And then you can go back to something that's more challenging. We're going to keep going for a couple more seconds here. Work at your own pace. This is your time. It's your body. You know what you need, and you know what you don't need. Good. And I'll meet you down on your backs, hugging your knees to your chest. Go ahead and let your knees just fall to the right and look over your left shoulder, palm down. And recover and let the knees fall to the left. Look over your right shoulder. And bring them back. All right. This is going to be a little bit weird. We're going to try it. We're going to rock forward, cross the knees in front of us, cross the feet. Use that momentum of coming forward to come up and onto all fours. Good. We're going to tuck the toes, come into plank, hold plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, come back to a cross-legged position, tucking the feet underneath you, and then come back down onto your mat. Trying to get the whole body involved. So here we go. We're just going to do 2 more of that, 2 more sets. Here we go. We're going to rock and roll a few times here. Rock and roll on your back. When you're ready, when you come up, you're going to cross those ankles, reach forward, come into all fours, tuck the toes, hold plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross those ankles, drop the pelvis down, scoot yourself back onto the mat, hug the knees to the chest, rock and roll. This is the fun part, this is your treat. Massage that lower back on the floor. Pretend you're a 5-year-old kid again. Cross those ankles, reach forward, come through, tuck the toes, last hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Let's do 5 push-ups right here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Slow. 2 more. 1 more. Prayer pose or child's pose, your choice. Relax. Surrender. Come on up, all fours. Down dog. Wrap those shoulders out and down. Big inhale, lift that right leg up. Swing the knee through into pigeon. Walk the pelvis back a little bit. Inhale, big arch. Look up. Exhale, walking down slowly, forearms, or if you want, all the way down, forehead on the floor. And we're gonna hang out here for a second. Breathe. When you're ready, come back to that arch. Reestablish yourself. Maybe walk the pelvis forward a little bit. Take the right leg back into down dog. And let's just do 3 breaths in down dog. On the next inhale, lift that left leg. Thread the knee through, pigeon on the opposite side. Walk your pelvis back. I do that by just kind of digging my toes into the floor and walking my pelvis back. Nice big arch, yeah? Inhale, exhale, slowly dropping down onto forearms, and you may just stay on your forearms. And then if you want, all the way down, resting your forehead on the floor. Let it go. Let it go. Inhale, walking your hands back up. Reestablish that arch. Look up. Walk the pelvis forward slightly. Send that left leg back into down dog, and we will just do 3 last breaths here. And on the exhale, drop the knees and swing around onto your booty. Come on down onto your back. And just relax for a second. Whew. Shake out the legs. Maybe open up your jaw a little and kind of move your mouth around. Shake out your rib cage. Maybe send your head left to right. Bringing those feet flat on the mat and then hugging the knees to the chest, grabbing hold of those toes, happy baby. Just hang out in happy baby for a minute, rock side to side. And find your way into Shavasana. And close this. And I'm going to find a nice song for us to listen to today. Let's see. All right. Take a deep breath in, relax. Maybe open up your mouth and say, stick out your tongue and say, ah. And we're going to do a 3-minute Shavasana. Enjoy. you're welcome to stay in Shavasana, or you can bring yourself slowly to a cross-legged position. And we will close our class with our hands in prayer, chin to chest, acknowledging and honoring the work that we've done, the community we've created, the sweat that has dripped, and the humility that has emanated from our work. And of course, always the strength and empowerment of being together and challenging ourselves in this way on our mats. The spirit in me salutes the spirit in you. Namaste. Thanks for coming, everyone.